Starting in 3, 2, 1. We're rolling.
Welcome to the Internet Bible School Show, or you can call it for short, the IBS Show. I'm your host, Steven, and joining me from the other side of a social distance barrier is my co-host, Tyler.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
Wow, for two guys with mustaches, that was a pretty clean opener.
You know what? I couldn't agree more, but you know what else I wish was clean?
No, tell me, Tyler.
My garage.
I'm right there with you. I can't believe lawnmowers and cornhole season is just right around the corner.
That's what I'm saying, but neither of our garages are even close to ready for it.
Well, that is just simply unacceptable for both of us. A mustache dad with an unkept garage is like a doomsday prepper that forgot about toilet paper.
Useless.
Despicable.
I guess that means it's time for some long overdue, good old-fashioned elbow grease.
That's right, Tyler. And speaking of good old-fashioned elbow grease, this week's episode is brought to you by Discipline.
Did you say Michelin?
No, not the company known first for tire manufacturing and second for publishing the most prestigious award of recognition in the world that a restaurant can receive, known as the Michelin star. This week is brought to you by Discipline, as in self-discipline, not the kind of discipline where you get your iPad taken away because your grades were bad.
Whoa, hold up. So Michelin's a company that just makes really good tires and rates really good food?
That's exactly what they do.
Why can't I have that job? If I could do it all over again, I would definitely do whatever it takes to become a really good food tryer-outer. Talk about the blessed life.
Blessed life indeed, which is exactly why we're going to kick off our weekly adventure segment with a girl who had an itch to see a dream become a reality and decided to approach it with a dose of self-driven discipline. Roll that feature.
Ugh. Day 25 of being quarantined, locked in the house. It's going horribly. What day is it even? What day is it?
It's Monday.
I didn't even watch church yesterday. First, I lose my cameraman, Colin. I don't know what day it is. I missed church. Let's watch the live stream. Let's just watch the live stream.
Hello everyone, and I'm going to invite you all to just sing it out no matter where you're at. If you're in your kitchen, your living room, wherever, just sing this one out with me.
That's crazy. How are they doing that?
Doing what?
They're all playing their own instruments from their own living rooms together while still complying with all the rules of social distancing.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's amazing. I want to do that.
How are you even gonna do that?
If they can do it, I can do it.
You don't even have the self-discipline to watch church from live stream on the right day. How do you think you're going to be able to assemble a team with instruments and then get them ready to remotely perform a song with you from their houses?
For a hippie, you aren't very encouraging.
Whatever.
I don't care how disciplined you think I am. I'm gonna do this. Stop, get out. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should call my producer friend, Steven. Hey, Steven, I have a question. Did you see that part of the live stream where they were all playing together, like the same song, but they were all in their own living rooms at home?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Well, it really made me so inspired, and I think we could do that. I want to do that.
Honestly, that's a really tall order. It would take a lot of self-discipline from everybody involved. But with your creativity and my high-speed internet connection, it's definitely not impossible.
Awesome. This is just the news I needed. I'll send you the song I'm working on, and I'll assemble all the instrumentalists and everything we need, okay?
Sounds good. Let me know if you need anything else. God bless.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kesley, and I'm your weekly adventure host here at the IBS Show. This week we have something really special for you. Yes, we may be stuck in our homes, but we can't let that stop us from making a dream become reality when we get inspired. So through the internet, technology, and some self-discipline, some friends and I were able to make something truly magical happen. We put the words on the screen, so if you want to, feel free to sing along from wherever you may be watching. It's Monday now, and I'm stuck too long inside. I'm in a funk. Will this lockdown ever let down? It rained all week, and you know that made it worse. If I'm not careful, I'll go more than crazy. But the live stream is up online. I missed yesterday. Maybe that will be the saving grace to brighten my day. When I turn it on, I find others locked in their homes, but through a song they unite remotely. They made a way to defy being locked in their homes, transcending this quarantine. I'm locked in my home. But right now, inspiration may have opened a door. What if I could get a band like that together? 'Cause who am I if I'm not your guide on this ride of a weekly adventure? Together we can do just like they did, though we're locked in our homes. Discipline for the win, make it happen. All of us united, though we are locked in our homes. Brought to you by discipline. So we'll wait, we'll be fine in quarantine, no end in sight, while we're locked in our homes, locked in our homes, locked in our homes. How's that for self-discipline, you house cat shaven hippie?
Wow, she wasn't kidding. That was truly magical. It's so impressive what people can pull off when self-discipline is truly evident in their life. Which reminds me of a really good story that my friend told me. Did I mention he's a frequent guest speaker at Edge and Breakaway?
Joe here. I'm sitting in line in Starbucks waiting for a cup of Joe. Jackson's hanging out in the back. We're just getting out of the house for a little bit. So 8 years ago, I was working at a church down in Missouri. I was sitting there with my buddy Steven. One of the guys on our team walks in. He's bragging about how he signed up to run a half marathon. We're like, cool, good for you. Like, you want a prize? Like, you're running for fun. That sounds awful. And he goes, you guys could never do this. And I go, well, don't ever say you can't do something. I look at Steven, I go, you want to do this? And he goes, yeah, dude, we can run this half marathon. And so we agreed to run a half marathon. And now we're like, what time do you want us to run? You run the half marathon in 2 hours. I will pay for your entry fee and I'll get you a steak dinner. And I'm like, that's all I needed to hear. I'm in. We start, training for this. And it was kind of towards the end of our training, and there was this trail called the Hercules Trail. There's a reason why it's called the Hercules Trail. It's very, very difficult. Thought it was a 10-mile loop. And we get on the trail and we figured out it's a 10-mile turnaround. Much different than a loop. A loop takes you back to where you started. A turnaround takes you out somewhere, and then you have to turn around and run back. 8 hours later, pretty much, we get back to our cars. We're dead. We're like, that was the worst decision of our lives. But you know what? Now I think we're ready. And so a couple weeks later, it's race day. Race starts at 9 a.m. I go to my friend Steven's house to pick him up. It's like 8:10. I knock on his door. He's not waking up. Knock on his door. No answer. Finally, he wakes up and he's like, what time is it? I'm like, it's 8:30. And so we show up to the race. Oh, I don't know, 15 minutes late. And we both look at each other and like, we say, we're not coming in last. And so we try to sprint to catch everybody. Our first 3 miles, we ran like the first 5K, we ran in like 18 minutes. Like we were booking it. We catch the pack. We feel pretty good. It's like mile 7. Like, wow, we caught everybody. Like, how cool is this? And then we start getting real tired, like at mile 10. Like we're ready to die at mile 10. And so we're going, okay, how are we going to finish this thing off? We got another 3 miles to go. And so we're going, we're running, and things are stopped working. Like your arms are going numb. We weren't disciplined. Like we just went too hard, too fast. And so we get to like the last mile and we're like, okay, we can do this. And like, we're like kind of walking, we're limping, we're running. It's like it's not pretty. It's like a wounded animal. Like it's not good. And we get to the 10 steps away from the finish line. I'm like, Steven, we're going to cross this thing together, right? And he's like, of course, bro. You're like, you're my ride or die. Like we'll never, we just got into this together. We're finishing it together. I go, all right, man. And then I push him. And so I could cross first. And so I always want to hold it over his head that like, I beat you in the marathon. And we crossed the finish line and I'm like, all right, we did it. They gave you your little medal. We're feeling good. And I'm turning around. I'm like, where's Steven? Like, is he really that mad that I pushed him? Like, it was just a joke, man. We're having a good time. Looking for Steven. Can't find him. Where is he? And he's just kind of keeled over on the side of the sidewalk, just completely drained. And I'm going, Steven, like, get up, man. Like, you got it. Like, there's donuts over here. Like, that's the best part about running a race. There's always donuts. And we're like, we did it under 2 hours. Like, it was 1:55. Like, we did it. We're happy. We get steak. Yeah. And he's just literally over there, like, dying. And then I get kind of nervous. I'm like, Steven, are you okay? Finally, he kind of comes to his senses. He's all dehydrated and stuff. But the real sad part is because we were so late to the race, our car was parked like 2 miles away because all of the parking was taken. So, guess who had to carry Steven all the way to the car? Me. It was awful. Self-discipline would have prevented me from carrying him. Like literally had him over my shoulder to get him back to his car. It was awful. But you know what? I wouldn't trade that memory for anything. It was worth it. This has been Story Time with Joe. Story Time out.
Well, I bet that was the best tasting steak he and his friend ever had. There's nothing sweeter than victory, especially when you wake up late for the race. I bet one of our local youth pastors has something really great to say about all this self-discipline talk. Let's find out. Alrighty then, that's right, kids. Welcome back to another exciting episode of whatever the heck it is we do here. I hope you're all thriving on this lovely evening. I know I am. This week we're talking about discipline. No, I'm not talking about your mom or your dad giving you spanks. Hopefully most of you, hopefully all of you are out of the stage where they give you spanks. We're talking about self-discipline, actually. What is self-discipline? No, it's not you spanking yourself. That's weird. It means giving yourself guardrails, guidelines, and goals to help move yourself intentionally toward a desired outcome. But here's the problem. Self-discipline doesn't come naturally for anyone. If you're trying to gain some muscle, get fit, get that summer bod going, if you know what I mean, no one naturally jumps out of bed at 6 a.m. and starts busting out push-ups because that's their natural instinct. I don't think so. Want to know why? Because if left to ourselves, naturally we all desire comfort first and foremost in our lives. As human beings, comfort is our number one priority. Does that bring goodness, health, love, peace, purpose? No, it does not. It actually brings destruction, depression, anxiety, and everything bad. Nothing great has come from comfort. You want to know what self-discipline requires? It requires sacrifice. Nothing that will truly fill your soul with joy, nothing that is truly great will come without sacrifice. And actually, you could use sacrifice and self-discipline interchangeably in this context. Because if you're looking to gain spiritual, emotional, physical health in any way at all, you can count on sacrifice being the main means of transportation you're going to take to get there. And without further ado, 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 24 through verse 27. Don't you realize in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away, but we do it for an eternal prize. So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadowboxing. I discipline my body like an athlete, training it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear after preaching to others others, I myself might be disqualified. So there's two things I want to take a look at here, starting with number one. What race are you running and what prize is at the end of it? I think it's super important to know what other races are competing for our attention. You see, there's a race that Paul is talking about here, this spiritual journey that we should all be running. But the fact is there's many other races that compete for our attention, like the race of success, the race of acceptance, the race of accomplishment, the race of gaining status with the people around us. The list can literally go on, and I would love for us all just to pause for a moment to think about what is the race that competes for my soul the most. You guys thought I was going to keep talking, didn't you? No, I really want you to pause for a sec. This is serious stuff, guys. We need to know what race is competing for our attention. I like to think about it this way. If you're in a battle, you need to know who you're fighting against, or you're gonna die. Why do I always talk about when we're gonna die? Gosh. Number two, what Paul said in the verses there is this: I discipline my body to do what it should. Meaning, if we don't discipline our bodies, we're not gonna do what we were created to do. We're not gonna run the race that we were created to run. So we need to discipline our bodies. As I said earlier, if left to ourselves, we will pursue comfort without a doubt every single time. It's the easiest, it's what we all want, but like I said earlier, it leads to destruction in our lives. It never leads to anything good. We need to be focused on disciplining our bodies and our minds to do what they should. You see, in this journey of following Jesus and running the race that we were created to race, self-discipline, this is super important. Don't miss this. It is not an option. Self-discipline is not an option. It is essential to running the race well. If you are looking to find more intimacy, a greater connection to running the race that God has called us all to do, to living a life with purpose, running a race with self-discipline is essential. So here's what I want to leave you with this week. What is one discipline that you can start today that is going to help you move towards Jesus in a more purpose-driven way? That's it. That's all. I love you guys. And until next week, peace and love.
Thanks, local youth pastor. It's always great to be blessed with a practical challenge. And even though it's quarantine time, we still all need a little bit of help to reach our goals and achieve our challenges. Thankfully, we have Colin to tell us how we can keep connected with each other. Colin, take it away.
I'm still alive. It's day 200 of quarantine, and the only thing keeping me sane is the joy that it brings me to bring this connection corner to you and this guy. What creatures are keeping you company during quarantine? Comment below. Anyways, how's it going, fellow Christian youths? I'm your connection champion, Colin, and welcome to my connection corner. Shut up! You know the drill. All the links I share during this time can be found on our Linktree website. What an amazing tree! We premiere new episodes of the IBS Show every Sunday at 6 p.m. on YouTube. If you're watching live right now, throw your favorite Bible verse in the chat below to bless all your peers tuning in with you. Make sure to like and subscribe. We also post each episode on our Instagram after the YouTube premiere. Which reminds me, that's the best place to stay up to date with all of our weekly activities, including giveaways. Follow us on Instagram at kcstudents.ct. Don't forget the dot. Instagram's also the best place to get plugged in if you have any questions or just want to get connected with us. If you want to become a part of our thriving gaming community, join our Discord. The link's in the link tree. Join if you want to play Fortnite, Smash Bros, Animal Crossing, Minecraft, and so much more. I'm on there all the time, and I'll beat you in all of those games. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of our honorable members who have built such amazing things on our Christian Minecraft servers. You can see their names here. It's so beautiful, it brings me to tears. Anyways, if you want to create masterpieces like these, DM us on Instagram and we'll send you the link to the Christian Minecraft server. The message from our local youth pastor was amazing, wasn't it? I wish I could get more content throughout the week like that. Oh wait, you can! Check out all of our Bible resources at kensingtonchurch.org/student ministries. We have videos, devotionals, parent cues, and small group studies. Need a small group to go through these resources and hang out with? We just launched our small groups last Wednesday. It's never too late to sign up. Check our link tree to sign up. It's awesome. Do it. As I said earlier, all links can be found on the link tree. It's in the description and on the screen. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the video, my super special smile. Make sure to take a screenshot during this time to save all the links so you can share them with your family and friends during these hard times. Thank you guys so much. You rock. I can't wait to connect with you. See you guys next week. Sayonara.
His parents must be really proud of him. Honestly, he deserves a prize for those Connection Corner segments. Unfortunately, that's not in the budget. But you know what is? A $20 Amazon gift card for this week's contest. Do you want to win? Well, it's gonna take some discipline. Sarah, what's this week's contest?
Alright, you jokesters and dance maniacs, this week's contest is right up your alley. We all know it takes some
serious hard work and self-discipline to make a TikTok go viral.
Do you have that kind of self-discipline? The only way to find out is through this week's social media gift card contest. This week, we will give $20 to whoever impresses us with their best TikTok.
Will you dance? What kind of video will you make? Maybe you'll even include your whole family. Anything goes.
There is just one rule. No swearing. #Christian content. Be sure to DM us your TikToks over Instagram right here by Tuesday at midnight. That's right, Tuesday for your chance to win the Amazon gift card.
The winner will be chosen on Wednesday morning. Good luck and stay home.
Wow, I wish I could create something impressive that people would watch on the internet. Oh well, maybe one day. Impressive things require self-discipline. So we reached out to our volunteer leaders and asked them this question. If you could skip the self-discipline process required to become amazing at one thing, what would it be? Here's our top 5 fave.
Hey y'all, coming at you from my garage with special guest Blue, because if I could master one skill, it would be stunt riding, 100%. I'd want to do all of the wheelies, all of the donuts, all of the burnouts without any of the practice.
Very interesting. Elite hacker?
A world-class triathlete.
I know, speed reader. Huh. What was the point?
There's one thing I could skip the self-discipline process for. It'd be playing guitar. Playing guitar takes a lot of time. If I didn't have to self-discipline myself and practice a lot, I could save a lot of time and just start playing live shows.
So if I could do anything and skip all the self-discipline in order it took to do that skill, literally, I would become a dancer because I love dancing. I think dancing is just so cool. I feel like anyone who can dance is just a cool person in general. But if I could do that, it 100% would be dancing, because then also I'd be pretty popular on TikTok.
If I could skip the self-discipline part of anything and get really good at it, probably be, smelling good, because I really always wanted to do that. What, Mom? No! I took a shower on Sunday. I don't want to.
If you're not weird, you can't possibly be fit for student ministry. Thanks for proving that, leaders. Well, I think it's time that we wrap this episode up. It looks like Tyler's already trying to get disciplined by ruthlessly eliminating some busyness out of his life as we speak. But before we go, I just wanted to remind you all of that question that our local youth pastor left us with. What is that one discipline that you can start today to move closer to Jesus? I decided that mine is going to be to read and do some journaling every morning before I do anything else. It's not going to be easy. I'm going to want to do something else instead. I'm probably going to want to do what is comfortable. So reach out. Keep me accountable. For real, ask me how I'm doing with it. Find somebody to do the same for you. But first, figure out that one thing that you want to do. You may be off from school or work, but you don't get a vacation from taking care of your heart and mind. So what better time to start something that you know will benefit you than when everything else is canceled? The question is, what is defining your time in the quarantine? Is it the autopilot pursuit of comfort that Tyler was talking about? Or are you actually investing in something that is going to bring life to your soul? If you are, I can guarantee it has required sacrifice. Come out of this thing a better human than when it all started, not the opposite. That's about all we have for this episode. Thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Send us those TikTok videos, win that gift card, and don't forget to sign up for the virtual small groups. Zoom. That's all. We're done here. This isn't goodbye. See you on the internet.